What's poppin', my J dolls? And I'm back with another video. Before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell. Y'all, we're on the road to 3,000 subscribers, so don't play with us, because we is not one of them, okay? So if you ain't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It is free 99. And if you still haven't subscribed, you a hater, take that with your mama, because why she raised you like that? Period. Just kidding, y'all. So today, y'all, I got a little serious video for y'all. And this is Vlogmas. I don't know what day it is, y'all. It will be in the title because I'm literally mass producing videos. But this is a really serious video. I know y'all really like the video that I am tired of humans. So I wanted to give y'all this video because this is pure feelings of how I'm feeling, y'all. I am very tired of being in survivor mode. Okay, I'm tired of being in survivor mode. I am tired of, should I have my glasses on or off? I think on. I am tired of being in a scarcity mindset and in survival mode. So let's get into this, because I really think a lot of black women are in survival mode, even black men in survivor mode. There's a lot of people in general right now in this economy in survivor mode, but where mine stem from is like as a child, right? Always having to learn how to survive as a child. And it made me like a hyper independent person, y'all. And I talked about this in another video as well. It is tiring being hyper independent. It's tiring having too much pride. It's very tiring. It's tiring being the strong black woman in general. Like, it's exhausting. So like as a kid, I would have to figure out a lot of things in my household, down to like my mom had a lot of mental health issues, which I will drop a video about that soon when I'm ready. I don't know, I almost feel like John to do it after the holidays, but I also feel like it's a defense mechanism, and it's also like a procrastination thing of like, I've held this secret for so long, like the details of the secret. People know because I wrote a poem about it. I've started talking about it a little bit more. Like, I just briefly hit the surface, but people don't understand like how it was. So honestly, when I feel like I'm ready to tell that story, I will tell the story, and I won't be sharing it everywhere. It will just be here on YouTube, so you will have to keep up with it when it drops. But since I was a child, when there was times when she would have episodes, I would have to figure out, what do we do next? Like, how do we save her job? How do we save her mentally? How do we save her from doing things she shouldn't do? How do we save? It was a lot of things of how do we save. And so I grew up my whole life trying to save people and trying to figure out how to survive. So in those moments when I didn't know what to do, I had to figure out, how do I survive? And at this time, I'm like, from the I feel like the first time I wondered like, how do I survive, was probably like age 7. There's a lot of things in my life I had to learn how to survive. Even when I was SA'd as a child by my cousin. Y'all, I kind of did a video about that a while ago. This is making me emotional because I'm starting to understand why I'm in survivor mode. And we have to understand, like, in the black community, we have to understand why we're in survivor mode. It's not just about money. It's about our life. It's about the struggles we had to go through, not just financially, but mentally, physically. So I had to think back to, like, even when I was a child at 7, when that happened to me, y'all. And that's going to be another video too. I hate that the video that I put up, it was so raw, y'all. It was so raw. I cried in that video. It was like my first realization that it actually really happened to me. I knew that it happened to me, but it happened to me so young, it felt like a flashback in a dream. And I never told anyone in my family. So once the video dropped, everyone in my family seen the video, and it became a messy situation. And honestly, the way I went about it was not the best, and I'm not gonna say what I did. If you seen it, you seen it, right? Because I was very emotional, and it could have been dangerous if I would have kept that story the way that I had it up. But I'm happy I released it, because I needed to release that story. No one in my family knew about that story. The internet knew about the story before my family did. So anyways, I did attempt back then to tell a friend, and then she told me I was lying, so that made me not want to tell my story. So going back to that made me understand that I was in survival mode there. Like, when the last situation happened, which this will be a whole nother story, it's gonna be a full story, but when the last situation happened and I ran from my abuser, literally physically ran, I felt like I had to survive. Like, how do I survive? how do I survive? Y'all, this makes me want to cry. Like, how do I survive in this world? Like, I do feel like this world is a very cruel place. I feel like I've been through a lot of things. I feel like I was built for this though, because I have the endurance, I have the knowledge, I am a problem solver. But it's exhausting having to solve so many problems. It's exhausting having so many problems. So since I was a kid, I had to learn how to survive. I had to learn to make adult decisions. I had to learn how to get away from abusers. I had to, there's several, I even talked about this on my podcast, that I grew up with an alcoholic. So I was trying to understand how to survive in a household where someone is psychotic. There was a lot of psychoticness in my household. So I never knew stability. So I always had a like survival mindset. Like I had to just get through the days. I just had to get through the situations. And I'm tired of that. I'm tired of just getting through the situations. And that's bleeding into my adult life. So like as a child, I was just figuring things out, making decisions. My mom also, she had got better mentally. Y'all, my mom is in a good place now. So that's why it's also very hard for me to make a video, because I know it's not my mom's fault. And I know that the things that I endured was not out of a malicious intent or purposeful. So it's very hard for me to tell the story, because I don't want her to feel bad. But I do want to release. I do need to release. Y'all, just talking about it makes me want to cry. I do need to. I have to. And honestly, YouTube is my therapy, y'all. Poetry is my therapy. I came on YouTube, like I said, when I talked about my SA situation, y'all, it felt like, wow, I finally could say it. I finally can feel that this really happened. I finally found my abuser and seen that he done this to someone else. So I knew that this has happened to me. So anyways, y'all, it's my way to release. And until I say it, it just stays with me. Like when I was SA, y'all, from the age 7 to 24, 25, whenever I made that story, y'all, I held this in. I carried it. I carried it in my relationships. I carried it in my friendships. I carried it with distrust of people. I still have distrust of black men a lot. So it's something that I had to carry until I release. So I know this is something I do have to release, because it is causing me to have survival mode issues. So if you're in survivor mode, it is more than just being broke. It is more than just being poor. It is more than just having to work so many jobs to survive. It is literally instilled into us from an ancestral level. It is literally instilled into us at like literally back to slavery. We had to just survive. Do y'all not get, like, we were not meant to thrive. Black people were not meant to thrive. So we are constantly in survival mode, because that is all we know. We don't know of an abundant life. Even if you come from a rich family, we don't know of an abundant life, because we lack opportunity. We lack opportunity. We lack privilege. So anyways, y'all, going back to this, when my mom used to work 3 jobs. Y'all, not 1, not 2, 3 jobs. What does that mean? My mom used to work so much that taught me I can work harder. So in my mind, constantly, I was like, I can work harder. Y'all, if I can't pay something, I can work harder. Let me go do this. Let me do that. I can work harder. I can work harder. I can work harder. Working harder is killing our people. Hustling is killing our people in so many ways. Like, this makes me want to speak on it. Like, hustling is killing our people. It is causing us to have high blood pressure. It is causing us to have immense stress and heart problems. It's causing us to have strokes. This is why our health is deteriorating. If you think about it, even as a kid, surviving when your mom is working. My mom used to work and my brother and me was to be at home. Okay, there was times before when we had a babysitter, y'all. When I was young, I would cry like, I want to go to the babysitter. I want to go to the babysitter. I don't want to be home alone. And when I need to really sit on that and see what that was about. But that was about something. My brother, he would be wanting, oh, why are you being a crybaby? I want to stay at home. Because my brother liked to isolate. He liked to be by himself. And me, maybe I needed love. Maybe I needed love. Maybe I needed presence. I don't know. I have to go back and think on that. Take some time. But back then we would get a babysitter, but my mom had to pay for it. So eventually got to the point where she just would not get us a babysitter. And during those times when she would not get us a babysitter, me and my brother would be in the house tearing each other's heads off. We would be fighting, y'all. We would be hitting each other with brooms. I would be chasing this man with the... Okay, we was doing some crazy shit in the house. We should not be in the house by ourselves. But in the black community, we're taught to be in the house by ourselves. We're taught to raise each other. We're taught to look after each other. We're taught to not answer the door for anybody. We're taught to not call the police. We are taught to survive. Merely survive. And it's killing us. It's killing us in the food that we eat. Y'all, when I was a kid, I was morbidly obese. Y'all know that I've lost about 158 pounds. I was morbidly obese as a kid. I was morbidly obese as an adult. We had to make our own food at home. My mom would cook. And when I lived with my aunt would cook a lot. My aunt actually would cook a lot because she didn't have a job. So she would cook us food, but it'd be fried food. Because we lived in the South, that's all we knew. We would have fried fish. We would have, what is those called? Hush puppies that were fried. We would have fried chicken. Y'all, it got to a point when I got older, I did not even like fried chicken. I'm just now liking fried chicken like in my 20s. Like when I hit 21 or something. I used to hate fried chicken because that's all we would eat is fried chicken, fried fish, everything fried, okay? Bacon, pork, pork chops, okay? So we were merely just surviving because these are probably the foods we were given. I don't know. I have to go back and learn more about our ancestors, more about slavery. There's so much they don't teach us about like who we are and not what we did. So anyways, surviving on what to eat, how to heat up food, how to put stuff in the microwave. So just merely surviving while my mom is working all day, all night, all day, all night. And that just taught me, oh, I need to work. So it was a point my mom used to always tell me, oh, y'all need to get a job. Y'all need to get a job. Because I used to ask for so much, y'all. And this is another thing about scarcity mindset. I used to ask for so much. Like I wanted my nails done. I wanted my hair done. I wanted this. I wanted that. I wanted this. I wanted that. Every time I wanted something, my mom will give it to me. Even if she didn't have it, even if she had to use her last dollar, even if she had to use a credit card, even if she had to take out a loan, even if she had to do anything, I would get it. And that messed me up a lot. That messed me up a lot because, and that's not her fault. That's also me as a character, right? But I think she felt guilty, so she wanted to give me things because she didn't have the time. Maybe she felt some way about parenting. I don't know, but I felt she had felt guilty. So then when I got older, I just wanted and wanted and wanted, and nothing was enough. Still to this day, nothing is enough sometimes for me. And I became very materialistic. And so my mom used to be like, you need to get a job, you need a job. So y'all, when I turned 14, I had my first summer job. After that, I really wanted to work so bad. Like I was like, I want a job. I want a job so bad. So when I turned 16 to be able to get a job, I was begging people to give me a job. And when they wouldn't give me a job, I would go home and cry. I would go home and cry because I wanted money so bad. I wanted to be able to get my own stuff without my mom saying, you need a job, right? You need a job. Like, okay, I get it. I need a job. So already it was instilled to me at a young age to work hard. To work hard. Not saying you shouldn't work hard. Like people that don't do nothing don't get nowhere. I ain't gonna lie to you. But there is some people that have to do small amounts of work and they get rewarded for it. And that is not black people. That is people that are not black. That is people that are not Hispanic. That is people that are not Indian. It is the other people. And I'm just gonna leave it like that because there are other categories that go into, there's other ethnicity that go into white privilege as well that people don't talk about. Yes, you might be diverse or a minority, but you do fit into the white standards. So you do get more opportunities. But black, Hispanic, and Indian, and I'm sure there's other people I'm forgetting, but like dark skinned people that are really brown for real, these people are still to work. You see how Hispanics are still to work no matter what amount of money they're making. So we have to understand that, okay, me, I'm at 16, 17, need a job, get a job finally. I'm working and working and working. I tell them I want to be a manager. I want to like oversee this place. Like I was so ambitious as a young kid, like young teenager, right? I had to pay my own car note because I wanted a car. My mom couldn't afford to pay my car note. I had to pay for my own insurance because I had a car. I needed full coverage insurance because I had a car payment at a young age. So I'm already learning to survive. I'm already knowing that I have to go to work to pay bills. At 16, 17 years old, I have to go to work to pay bills. So at this point, y'all, I'm already thinking like, okay, what is next? I always had a mindset of what is next, and it's killing me. I am tired. I'm tired. So y'all, it'd be what's next? What's next? Okay, now I'm a manager. I'm making more money. I'm overseeing all these grown dumb adults. What's next? Oh my gosh, I need to go to college right after high school. Like, I need to get a good job. I need to survive. Everything is, I need to survive, y'all. Go to college right out of high school. Graduate. Got my bachelor's. Right out of school, I get offered a job. At this point, y'all, I got offered a job for $49,000 a year. I can say that now because I don't care. So I got offered a job. This was 2018. I get offered a job, $49,000. Oh my God, $49,000 is a lot of money to me. I have a scarcity mindset. I'm young. I got offered the job, reached out to me. I did 3 interviews. I got the job right after the 3rd interview. Should have known that was a red flag. Out of college, it's hard. When you interview for jobs out of college, you got degrees, and you got to get higher jobs. You have to do more work when the interview process. I got that job so quick, I didn't have to look for no job. I didn't have to apply for no job. They reached out to me, and then I applied. So anyways, y'all, I got offered this job. I was first person in my friend group to get offered a job. I said, oh yes, I'm gonna take it. Now let me look over the offer, y'all. They gave me on sign-on bonus too. I think $2,000 sign-on bonus for you gotta stay on the job for a year or 2 years, something like that, y'all. So I had a survival mindset. So I took the job. When I got this job, it was like, oh, you have to stay here or you gotta pay this $2,000 back. So not even thinking like, girl, you can pay this $2,000 back. Save. I think at that time I didn't even have a place. I think I was staying on campus because I went back to school for my master's. I had a survival mindset when I went for my master's because I'm like, I want to go to business. I don't want to work retail, y'all. I had got a retail management job because I went to my undergrad's fashion merchandising, minor in business. So I'm like, no, I want them to take me serious and I want to get a business job. So a lot of that time I had to work very hard at that job. It was killing me. The way that people treated me, they were very racist at the job. They were very demeaning because I was young. I was probably 22 when I got that job, and I had to manage old people that's 60. They don't want to hear nothing from me like this black young girl. Like, what is she coming in here and telling us what to do? My boss was very terrible, very mean, very demeaning, and I felt like I was in survival mode. I had to stay there. I had to stay there. So in my life, I always feel like I had to work hard. I had to work hard. What's the next move? I gotta make more money. 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 Everything's about I need to make more money. And I'm tired. I'm tired of worrying about how do I pay this bill. I'm tired of accumulating more bills. I'm tired. Like, I actually want to become more simplistic, and I really want to become a minimalist. And I need to learn how to become a minimalist because I don't need a lot of the things that I think I need. A lot of the things that I want, when I have them, I get used to them, and then I want more. And there's nothing wrong with that. You should want more. Because, y'all, I do see myself as a millionaire one day. I do see myself as a millionaire, which is, a millionaire is a little bit overconsumption. And I don't even want it just for the millionaire's money-wise. I want it because I know that I am bigger than just a normal job. I'm supposed to reach people. I'm supposed to talk to people. I'm supposed to tell you this right now, that you don't have to stay in survival mode, that we're conditioned, we're programmed as black people to be in survival mode. We're conditioned and programmed as Hispanic, black people, people of color, to literally survive, to literally work hard for nothing. That's like slavery is literally working hard for nothing, absolutely nothing. We are programmed to take the lowest offer at these jobs. Even now in my career, y'all, I've gotten far. I cannot lie and I cannot be ungrateful. There's people in my family that haven't even made the amount of money I made, and I'm 28 and they're in their 50s, they're in their 60s, they're in their 70s, and they didn't even touch this type of salary. So I have to tell myself to be grateful. We have to be grateful and not get into that survivor mode of like, when are we going to make it? We're in a survivor mode so much that when we're trying to chase our dreams, we're merely chasing them. And they're merely running from us because we are trying to make it work. We are forcing it. And with faith, we shouldn't live with fear. We shouldn't have anxiety of like, how are we going to pay this bill? How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? We understand that this is a real world. And we have to be level-headed. Yeah, I've done irrational things. That kind of got me in more trouble. I've done irrational things where I quit my job, took out a loan. Y'all, I literally took a whole video about quit my 9 to 5 or whatever. And started a business, not knowing how much it takes to start a business. Merely wanting my business to work. We have to get out of that mindset if we want our business to work. Okay? And we need to get into mindset we have to work for our business. We have to enjoy our business. And that's what I'm trying to get into, y'all. Because even with this YouTube stuff, y'all, sometimes I get my dreams is to be a YouTuber, y'all. My dream is to be a YouTuber. My dream is to be a speaker. My dream is to be a teacher. My dream is to be an artist. I want to be me. That's my dream. My dream, because I'm all these things. But I want the world to see it. I want the world to know my story. That's why I'm reading the book. I want to merely just exist as a human being, okay, and not have to survive. Right now, I work a job to survive. Do I want to work a job? No. Will I tell you to quit your jobs? No. So the people that's on the internet telling people to quit their 9 to 5, as somebody that quit their 9 to 5 without a job, it's not that easy, and you will be more in survivor mode. If you quit your job that is a stable, semi-stable income, I think nothing right now is stable income, unless you're making over 100,000. I'm telling you right now that whatever you're making, if it's less than 100,000, and even 100,000, if you got kids, it's not anything. But if you're a single person and you're making less than 100,000, you're in survivor mode. I don't care what nobody says. You get taxed like crazy. Half your money goes to taxes. Half your money goes to IRAs if you're saving, if you can even save. Half your money is going to medical, which half the stuff deductible is so high, you're not even going to really use the insurance. You still got to pay for it. So it's like, what is the point of paying for insurance? There's so many things in this governmental world that it doesn't make sense. They're merely trying to keep us down and kill us. They're literally trying to kill us. They're trying to put us in hospitals. They're trying to make more medical bills out of us because we're merely stressed. We're not eating right because we're stressed. And we have to prioritize our health, y'all. I learned this myself, that I merely would not put a job before my health. So I will make time to make breakfast. I will make time to go grocery shopping. I will make time to put something in the air fryer. But sometimes when you're in survivor mode, this government takes over your brain, literally, and you're so exhausted that you have to go get fast food. You're so exhausted, you gotta put something in the microwave. You're so poor, you gotta buy the cheapest food. You gotta do this. You were taught this. You don't even have the time to educate yourself on what foods to eat. It's exhausting. I'm tired. I'm tired of chasing my dreams. I'm tired of being like, when is it going to work? When I should just enjoy it. I should enjoy vlogging, y'all. I should enjoy making videos. And I do. I should enjoy the process. And I do think that's the best part about not quitting your 9 to 5. Because I'm going to just be honest with y'all. It's hard when you quit your 9 to 5 because you do have to hustle. Let's say you do Lyft, you do DoorDash. I just learned, I've been doing DoorDash, y'all, for extra money, and it's annoying as hell. It's easy, but the amount of money you're making to just do this is just like annoying. Like, I don't know how people live off of it. I'm sure there's people that can live off of it, and I'm sure people live a lower lifestyle than me. And y'all. But just know that's a hustle bustle. You got to get in your car. You got to work long hours. Sometimes if you got to make your money, if you got to make your bills, you got to hustle. And hustling is in our DNA, and it's exhausting. We don't need to hustle. We need to exist. Okay? So if you can get a job that maybe it's not so demanding, or you don't have to prove yourself, or you don't feel like you gotta be the best. I'm really at the point where it's like, I used to want to be the best. I want to prove myself. I want to work hard to get to the top. Working hard does not get you to the top, baby, unless it's working on something you're building. So if you're working for someone else, which is not a bad thing, and social media has to stop making it seem like it's a bad thing, you can do both. Obviously, do a job you love. If you hate a job, leave it. I'm really in the mindset of like, I've done it before. I will survive. That's the survivor mindset. But if you're unhealthy, if you're unhappy, leave the job because it's merely tearing you apart. And just do your own thing, but just know it's not gonna be easy. If you're doing Lyft, if you're doing DoorDash, I would suggest Lyft or Uber. To be honest, they pay more than DoorDash if you can do it. Just know you're gonna have long days sometimes. You're gonna be tired. So if it's because you're tired, you might want to stay at the job. But just know that your life will be abundant. Life will work itself out. When we try to run all these businesses, y'all, this is what I learned. I'm trying to start so many things, and it's not only because I want to survive. It's a big part of it. I want something to work. Something needs to stick. If it's not my YouTube, it needs to be my book. If it's not my book, it needs to be my weight loss one-on-one coaching sessions, which is in the description box. If it's not my one-on-one coaching session, it needs to be a workshop. It needs to be an ebook. At this point, I just need to relax. Today, I was going to DoorDash. I just need to relax. I had my goddaughter yesterday, which y'all see my vlog. If y'all watching Vlogmas, it'll be, the vlog will probably be up. I don't know, y'all. Y'all got to go look on my channel. Because this Vlogmas videos is up every day. So make sure you come and watch. But, survival mode will literally make you feel like you're not doing enough. Okay, scarcity mindset will make you feel like you don't have enough. That's another thing in the black community with the scarcity mindset. Once we start getting money, we feel like we have to get things. Like, okay, we got money, so y'all, every time I get a raise, every year I get a raise, and mostly because I change jobs. Almost every year to almost 2 years, I get a new job because I get bored, because I know this is not what I want to do. I never found a job I love. Okay, but I have to remember where I come from, because I came from retail. Now I'm in corporate. So I be thinking like, dang, in retail though, I wouldn't got no breaks. I be tired, my feet be hurting, I have to yell at people, I would tell people to do their job. Like, here I don't gotta do that. I just look at a computer, move some numbers around and stuff. Like, I gotta be thankful. We have to wake up every morning and pray and be thankful to God that where we come from, because a lot of us started from the bottom. A lot of us have to remember that, and a lot of us have to understand, if we stop overly consuming, we can live a comfortable life. If we stop overly achieving, we can actually live a low stress life. Because I do feel like I'm living a stressful life because I want more and more and more. And then sometimes it's materialistic. Right now I'm very fine with my car. I'm very fine with my new apartment that I'm moving in San Antonio, Texas. Although I do feel like the place that I'm moving in, San Antonio, Texas, is expensive for San Antonio, Texas apartment, because I wanted a nice apartment. But I am ready to minimize my life. I'm ready to understand when enough is enough, right? I'm okay with this car is very expensive, y'all. I could have been in my Hyundai Kona that was $300 and something a month, but now I'm in my Volkswagen ID4 that's almost $600 a month. Okay, I could be in an apartment. I'm being real with y'all. I could be in an apartment that's $1,200, $1,300. That's kind of hard in Minnesota, but we do have to understand too what we're programmed right now for. There's not new apartments coming out that are affordable. Every apartment that's coming out is luxury, and I think we do need I struggle between this, y'all. Y'all can let me know in the comments. I do feel like we need to live an abundant life, though. I don't need to live in the hood and pay $1,300 or $1,200. I don't need to. I don't deserve that. I am deserving. I'm worthy. And I actually want to write a poem about worthiness. And so I can remind myself what I'm worthy of and remind you guys of what you guys are worthy of. But I'm worthy to live in a nice place, in a nice neighborhood. I'm worthy to drive a nice car. But we do need limits. Just because we're worthy doesn't mean we have to overdo it, right? That's how people go broke. That's how we stay in survivor mode, because now we got to make more money because we're getting more expenses. So now I really want to limit myself. Okay, I have my Volkswagen ID4. If I ever get another car, I'm not paying more than my $600 a month. And right now it's less than $600, like $20 less than $600 a month. But if I get a new car, I'm not going for the G-Wagon. I don't care if I become a millionaire. I'm not going for the G-Wagon for $100,000. I'm not. I'm not going to pay $1,000 for a car. No. That keeps you in survivor mode. That keeps you tired. That keeps you working too hard. Okay? I'm not going for it. The only thing I might go for is a Tesla, and it's in the same price range. I'm not going to go for, because my apartment, I'm going to be candid with you guys, because I put it on the vlog, but my apartment is $1,700. Well, actually, my current apartment is $1,700. $1,730 or something like that. And that includes my parking garage, and it includes my water bill. So anyways, my new apartment in San Antonio, Texas. People got on my head about this. It's $1,600 something. I don't even know. $1,600. $1,600. And that includes parking too as well. And I think charging as well. So it's a little less than where I stay, but it's San Antonio, Texas. I can find a nice apartment. Let's be candid. I can find a nice apartment for $1,300 there. $1,400. But I did think this was in a good neighborhood. It's very central. And I felt spiritually I'm supposed to be there. I have gone cheap before. Like before, y'all, my last apartment was $1,300 or $1,200 a month. Mind you, I was making less money then. But it had mice. And it had a ghost in there. I'm telling y'all right now, I literally felt like that ghost was trying to take me out. I had an asthma attack in there. The lights was turning on and off. The fan was turning on and off, not the lights. The fan was turning on and off. My sink started rattling. A dead mouse was in my toilet. So spiritually, because I'm a very spiritual person, I have to choose my places to live wisely. And the place I live in right now is $1,700 because I keep going up every month. When I first moved in here, I think this place was $1,400 or something like that. Actually, I think my last place used to be like $1,200. I think this place was like started off at $13, $14. But mind you, I got this place during the pandemic. So anyways, pandemic, all the apartments went down. So, and then they keep raising the rent every month. So anyways, y'all, I don't want to think that I'm not worthy of abundance, because that's a scarcity mindset. But I don't want to overconsume where I'm in survival mode all the time, because I feel like I'm in survival mode all the time, y'all, and I make good money, but I have big bills. I have big bills, and I'm the only one. I don't have a partner. I don't ask my family for much. Like I'm always also overcompensating as well. Like when it comes to, like, let's say it's my goddaughter's birthday, I go all out even when I know maybe I don't have the most money. Sorry y'all, it's cold outside, and I hope my nose not looking crazy, but y'all gonna get this video regardless. But I have to overdo it, and I think that's because I was raised that way. Like Christmas, my mom overdid it for me. Birthdays, my mom overdid it for me, even if she didn't have the money. And I do that with my goddaughter. Like yesterday when I took her out, I was just like, I shouldn't be spending money. I wanted to still take her to the $30 museum. I still wanted to get her a $15 pizza, whatever. Like right there, that's $45, almost $50 for one day. But luckily everything was closing early, so we had to go to Barnes & Noble, which was totally free, and she had an amazing time. Which we came back home totally free. She had an amazing time, and we got that $15 pizza, and she was happy. We have to understand that kids are actually happy by quality time, by love. When we start giving kids too many materialistic things, they become materialistic, y'all. I used to be so materialistic until I couldn't be no more. Before I quit my 9 to 5, I would buy myself anything, baby. If I wanted to go get a YSL bag, y'all, those times I had lower expenses, mind y'all. I literally was living in an apartment that was like $1,200 a month or whatever. I don't remember how much that apartment was, but it was cheap. I was living that. My car payment was low. I would go get me a YSL bag. I would be up in Louis Vuitton, give me Louis Vuitton wallets. I was getting me Balenciaga sneakers. I was getting checks from taxes. I was getting checks from college. Y'all, when I tell you, I would blow a bag. I was in and out of the countries, in and out of states. I'm still in and out of states, in and out of countries, because I do feel like experiences cannot be neglected. We are abundant. We are worthy of experiences. We are worthy of seeing the world. We are worthy. Now, when it comes to clothes, shoes, all those things, we don't need it. We don't need it. We are worthy of a nice appearance. So I do tell myself that sometimes I do my nails, Do I gotta pay $100 something plus for my nails? I don't really need to. Do I have to pay my hairstylist? She ain't cut my hair in how long? Cause she ghosts me. Do I really have to keep going there all the time? She can maybe do it once a month. Not even once a month. Maybe she can do it once every 3 months, and then I can do it at home because a perm lasts every few months. I can really do my own perm. I know how to do hair. It's just, do I want to? So it's, let me know in the comments. It's a battle between survival mode and scarcity mindset, because we are abundant, we are worthy, but what is really making us happy, y'all? That's what I had to learn when I didn't have a job and I was flat broke. What makes me happy? And I had to realize what makes me happy is being at peace. What makes me happy is working out, eating right. What makes me happy is reading a book, having time for myself. What makes me happy is traveling and going on vacation. Clothes don't make me happy. Honestly, now looking good don't even make me that happy. Like, it's cool, like, okay, we can put it on the internet, but when you look good, you just attract more people, and I'm tired of people too. So it's like, I'm tired of men. I'm finally at the point where it's like, dang, I also felt like I was in survival mode, being in relationships, like just trying to find that love, just trying to be with somebody, to the point now that I've been single for almost 2 years, probably like a year and 7 months, I don't know. Now I have really felt like I can be alone and I'm cool. Like, I actually got a lot going on in my life. I'm tired. I'm tired. But y'all, let me know what y'all thoughts are in this video. I think I got all my thoughts out. I hope so. But I'm tired, and I feel really bad for us. I feel bad for us as black women and black men and people of color. I feel bad for us because we merely have to always fight for our spots. This is why there's a lot of competition in the black community, because we're merely fighting for jobs. We're fighting for education. We're fighting to survive. We're fighting to be accepted. We're fighting for opportunities that should just be given, right? Also, I'm going to put this out in the universe, because I do feel like after I lived in Texas for a couple years, I have really been thinking about moving out of the country. If my life aligns to that, in 2 years, because that's when my car lease is up. It's about 2 years, y'all. I will be going to either moving to Thailand or moving to Bali. I want to do more of my research, but I do like Thailand. And what I do like about Thailand is it's a very minimalist lifestyle there. Like, you live in a small place, you don't really need a car, and that's crazy for me because I'm very big on cars, because I grew up with a family that did not drive, and it was frustrating because it was very hard to get around places, especially when I lived in the South. So I do want to I want to be abundant. Like, I want to have money. It's nothing wrong with wanting money. It's nothing wrong, even though that feeds into the capitalist mindset. But when we think about it, we're not going to exit this capitalist mindset. Never. The world is just getting too big. It's getting too much technology is coming out, too much. And then I had this conversation with my brother or somebody else too, and they was like, well, do you want to, oh, it was with my cousin, I don't know, somebody, well, are you willing to live on the farm? Are you willing to give up your car? Are you willing to, like, plant your own food? And I had to sit here and think, now that I'm programmed, I don't know if I'm willing. Am I willing to live in a country with barely any Wi-Fi? We have to think, if we do want to break this capitalism mindset, are we willing to go buy some land and start our own life and grow our own food and make our own jobs? When now there's so much technology. So I have to think, how can I still live in this world without, like, fully just participating in it too much? Like, I don't need a G-Wagon. When I become a millionaire, and mark my words, I'm gonna be a millionaire. When I become a millionaire, I don't need a G-Wagon. I don't need a G-Wagon. I don't need a Bentley. I don't need a Rolls Royce. That's nonsense. I don't need a diamond chain that's $100,000. I need to be abundant. I need to have nice things, yes, but I do not need to have such abstract things. And that's what I think that's the lesson God is trying to even teach me before I get there, because I like nice stuff. Now, will I buy me a little Chanelica? Maybe I might treat myself. But do I need 10,000 Chanelicas? Do I need a Birkin bag? Birkin bags are so ugly. I don't need that. Do I need, like, come on. We have to understand what we're worthy of and what we're over consuming. Because that keeps us in survival mode. Because money only goes so far, y'all. No matter how much money you make, if you consume too many, y'all know now a house be almost $500,000. So if you win the lottery and win $1 million and you go fully buy a house, you only got 500,000 left. And you know how fast, if you're not good with money, you know how fast that goes. But anyways, y'all, the camera's about to die, but I'm tired of chasing my dreams. I really just want to enjoy my life and enjoy my purpose and have life with ease. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.